and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to round one of the AnimeNEXT National Championship Pro Tour qualifiers. I am your host, Nim here. We're coming in with a hot match here to start. We have on the left Xavier Odom, and he is piloting TG Assault mode. And then on the right, we have Kevin Lee piloting his Ghostrick. Very interesting matchup, I would say. Haven't quite seen this in a hot minute, but I'm very excited to see how it plays out here. Sorry, we're a little bit deep into it, but hopefully we can catch up here. If I can't tell what some of the cards is, I apologize, but I'm not that familiar with TG Assault mode. Haven't seen that deck since the Great War way back in the day. Flipping up a Ghostrick scare there. He's going to be able to target a face-down monster, flip it up, and then flip down one of Xavier's monsters. Swords of Concealing Light. Very interesting card to see in this matchup. Also just a really interesting card in general. I'm curious to see what else we're going to see in Kevin's deck here. If we might see some Book of Eclipses. Who knows? Thank you.
I didn't get any orders. It's cheaper.
Looks like Kevin has a Ghostrick Mansion up too. Card we haven't seen in a while. Haven't seen that card in a very long time. I used to see it back when people would play an FTK with Phoenix Blade. They would grab it with the XYZ monster. We see a Ghostrick Mary being flipped up and a normal summon of a Ghostrick Lantern. See Kevin reaching for his extra deck. Might link into something here. He can make a Ghostrick Dullahan with both of his level 1s, which it looks like that is what he's going to go for. Man, I haven't seen this deck in a very long time. This is all a treat for me. Ghostrick Dullahan is summoned, and he's just going to slap on the Angel of Mischief, I believe that's called, and he's going to be able to search a Ghostrick spell or trap from his deck to his hand if he detaches with it. I'm pretty sure Ghostrick, I'm pretty sure the Angel of Mischief also has an alternate win condition tied to it, but I don't think it's, I think it's very seldomly pulled off. Pull up the card here. Yeah, when the number of XYZ materials on Ghostrick Angel of Mischief becomes 10, you can win the duel. I don't think we'll be seeing that. I think we're just going to be seeing it used to grab the Ghostrick. What spell? What trap is that? I believe that's Ghostrick Knight, and that's one of the. Oh, that is not. Excuse me. Ghostrick Vanish, that's the card. He's going to be able to reveal a Ghostrick monster in his hand, and this turn it makes everything impervious. They can't be targeted, and they can't be destroyed by card effects. Very powerful card. We get to see it get set there, along with another spell or trap. And since he has Mansion, those two Ghostricks are going to be able to attack directly. I think they get flipped down, too. Going to be able to add the Neko main. I haven't seen that card either in a while. Ghostricks used to be a really cool deck. I had a feeling a lot of people were going to give it a shot, but it never really came to fruition. I know the deck had a lot of really, the artwork's gorgeous. A lot of people thought the deck was going to be really cool. I don't think they had any official tops too. Alucard became like a $20 card at the time. Everybody thought it was going to be hot. We're looking at the TG player, Kevin's hand here. Life points aren't correct, by the way. I should probably figure that out, but let's see here. There comes the scare again. Gonna be able to flip up one of his Ghostricks, flip down that monster too. Can't be flipped the rest of the turn here.
YuGiOh players are looking for Anthony Ortiz. And Anthony Ortiz signed up. Please find your seat at table 5.
TG player's just struggling. He needs to read the Ghostrick scare, see if there's actually anything he can do. All of his monsters just get flipped down every turn. It's going to be a slow death for him, provided he can't really do anything. Playing TG Assault mode, which is wild. I hope to be able to see like a Stardust Assault mode come down. That would be absolutely bonkers. We see Jiangshi come into hand. That is the Stratos of the deck. Whenever that guy's flipped up, he can add another Ghostrick monster from his deck to his hand. Once he gets that set and into rotation here with his scares, it's going to be quite an uphill battle for Xavier to overcome. He's going to be able to add like Lanterns. I think Spectre is a good one too to be able to set them. Today at AnimeNEXT, we have 40 players. It's just about 38 players today. So we're going to have 6 rounds of Swiss with no cut to top 8. But the first place player will win $50 credit as well as an invite to our national championship. Really happy with the turnout we had today. We actually have a lot of players. We see Mischief get flipped back up here in attack position, as well as the Neko main. I'm not sure what that pink one is here. I've got all the Ghostrick cards up here. I'm looking them up as we go.
What's up, guys? Sorry, we are back. Had to do with
I think Neko Musme is the cat. Yeah, Neko Musme is the cat.
So back to the game. It looks like he was able to pull off the finishing Spirit Bomb Sun Goku.
Neko Musme's effect is when another monster is normal summoned to the field or special summon, you can change it to face down defense position, but another Ghostrick monster must be on the field to activate the resolved effect. We see Mummy come down as well as Mary. So we got a full board of Ghostricks in here. It's going to be a lot of damage. Well, objectively, it's all going to be halved with the effect of Ghostrick Mansion, but it's all going to be able to come direct. I wish I knew all these stat values on these Ghostrick monsters so I could keep up with life points. It's very difficult to. I just know Mischief has 1,000. I don't want to overestimate, but I can't exactly put my finger on everything here. Neko main has 200, I think. Jiangshi has, I think, also 1,000, so it's like it's a little over 2,000. We'll just be conservative. We'll say 4,800. Oh. This Ghostrick player has gotten very comfortable set up. I don't think anything that the TG player is going to summon here is going to be able to do anything. He summons a level 1, I think that's like, it's a Psychic Tuner. A lot of these cards I have not seen before. I'm so used to the meta. Or that could be one of the Assault mode guys here.
No, Philippe does.
Whatever effect it does, it's going to be able to activate and resolve here. Oh, we're going to see an Assault mode activate get pulled to hand. Never mind. Okay, we're going to see... Oh my god, what is that thing? That's one of the mechs, but it's an Assault mode thing here. It's a fusion monster I haven't seen in a very, very long time. That was actually the first summon I think that actually stay up on the field here. He's going to be able to summon a TG sliver thing. I don't know what it's called. I think that's one of the newer TG support cards we've had, though. And he's going to actually be able to pull off a Link summon for the TG Assault Halberd. That guy's crazy. I'm surprised it was able to get that far as we're playing against Ghostrick, but I don't think Kevin was able to set any traps to be able to stop it. We already saw him go through 2 scare earlier in the game. He's going to get back his level 1. TG Assault Halberd's a very powerful card. I got to pull this up for you guys, the uneducated. Already got a whole board here, a Rush Rhino, as well as another TG. TG Trident Launcher is the Link Monster's effect. I'm going to read it off for you guys just because it is that good of a card. If I can pull it up here. TG Trident Launcher's effect is if this card is Link summoned, you can special summon 3 TG monsters from your hand, 1 from your deck. Well, special summon 3 TG monsters total, 1 from your hand, 1 from your deck, and 1 from your graveyard in defense position to your zones that it points to. And you cannot summon for the rest of the turn except TGs. You can only use this effect once per turn, and your opponent cannot target TG synchro monsters with card effects. So after summoning those TG monsters to the field, he's going to be able to synchro them into a level 5 TG synchro monster. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Excuse me. Looks like Kevin's taking some time to read exactly what the cards do there. It's important to note that all damage that's going to be coming, if any, is going to be coming at Kevin. It is going to be halved by the effect of Ghostrick Mansion. See another Synchro Summon for a TG Gladiator. I think I've seen this card before. It's crazy. I'm seeing all these cards like for the first time actually played in a deck together. Normally when I think of TG, I think of TG Stun back in the day. Going to be able to get a token on the field here. Flip up another level 1 guy. I think that's the guy that adds him in Assault Mode. Activate from deck to hand here. Maybe it is a once per turn effect though, so we can't resolve it. Ooh, big level 10 TG guy here. Figure out exactly one. That is TG Blade Blaster that just hit the field here. When's the last time you guys seen a TG Blade Blaster, huh?
And then he wants 3s on these. And you're like, we last sold him for 5. This for sure, yes. Okay. And then, for sure, yes.
TG Blade Blaster's effect reads, during either player's turn when your opponent activates a spell or trap that targets his face-up card, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to negate that effect. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can banish 1 TG monster from your graveyard, banish this card from the field. It's a quick effect during the next standby phase afterwards, especially summon this card. So you can blink it back like a wind-up rabbit, and it'll also negate spells or traps, which is going to be huge. And we also see the Dragonfly for TG comes out. I believe that is similar to a Formula Synchron. TG Recipro Dragonfly.
No, there's other stuff too.
Once per turn, you can target 1 other TG Synchro monster control, send it to the graveyard, and if all Synchro monsters used for it, the summon are in your graveyard, you can special them. He's going to be able to get a couple back more, and he gets another Power Gladiator on the field. We see all of them go into TG, Halberd Cannon. Holy crap, this guy's actually nuts. I'm surprised I was able to see it. Must be Synchro Summon and cannot be Special Summoned by other ways. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a monster would be summoned, you can just negate that, and if you destroy it, this card must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. This card is sent from the field to the graveyard. You can target one TG in your graveyard, Special Summon it. Could be any of them. So now that he's got full access. But we see a Drowning Mirror Force come out. There's no spell to negate. He doesn't have the Blade Blaster anymore, so he can't either dodge it and he can't negate that anymore. So all that work, that entire turn, accumulates into essentially nothing, which is unfortunate. I don't know if I would have saw Drowning Mirror Force coming in Ghostrick just because, well, actually, I guess all your attacks are going directly. We're going to see all these Ghostricks get flipped up. Jiangxi's going to be able to resolve, get him another card to hand. I would not be surprised if we go to game 2 here. It's going to be a very hard thing to come back from. We're going to see Angel Mischief get flipped up as well. Yes, we are. Don't know if exactly this is game on the board. It's probably going to be a little bit under. Going to be able to get a scare back from the graveyard to the hand. Oh, from the deck, excuse me, to the hand. I think that might be curtains right there because that's just going to mean he can set and flip up, well, flip one of his opponent's monsters. So he's not going to be able to get another Link Summon off. Granted, he's already gone through like half his extra deck to make those TGs, but and a Tribute Summon for Vanity's Feed. Pouring Salt in the Wound. Xavier just taking a look, making sure, yeah, that is a Vanity's Fiend. Gonna attack over his TG, one lone TG monster there. Xavier finally says, let's just go game 2.
15 minutes if you want to play in today's tournament. Make sure your name is on our list. It's free to play. And also, fill out your deck list.
Wow, I don't think I'd ever see these decks played in a tournament level here, but we're seeing them today. Ghostricks I haven't seen in forever. And I don't know exactly if their strategy has changed at all with Link monsters. They've got a couple level 1s like Spectre, Lantern. I think Mary's at level 1 or it might be at level 2. So you can soup them into Link Karibo, which isn't a bad card. I don't think it really synergizes well with the strategy, but it's a card nonetheless.
Yo, did they change YuGiOh to 2 main phases? Like a battle and main phase 2? Yeah, main phase 2. It's always been like that, yeah. It's not in Duel Links. Well, yeah, Duel Links is not, it's not real YuGiOh. Casey, the pirate hat in your shirt? I was at sleeves, so I just used my hat. I fixed it.
Have one of the players getting up to go get his side deck here. I don't exactly know what I would side against Ghostrick. I don't know if I've even had anything in my side deck for it. Perhaps a couple of like blowouts, like if we see a Dark Hole Raigeki, those might be okay.
Okay. Is that 5 cents or 50 cents on the
Got Breakthrough Skills, Storming Mirror Force, Cosmic Cyclones, Mask of Restricts, Unending Nightmares. All of those not really particularly useful. Royal Decree might be a good card to put in for the TG player here. Provided he's going first, that's going to be actually really good to set up there. Even going second, knowing Ghostrick can't just game you right away, you can probably just set that and locking down spells, traps for the rest of, well, just traps, excuse me, for the rest of the game. That's going to lock down that Vanish, that Scare, so you're not going to be able to see it. Looks like he's siding Storming Mirror Force in, which is an okay choice, I suppose. It's going to put all those Ghostricks back to hand. That would attack. That's if Kevin decides to overextend and start poking. Bouncing those back to hand is going to spin him back to essentially square one. It's hard to say when that match really just went south. I think after that first scare kind of resolved earlier in the game, it was kind of difficult from there to get back around. All right, looks like players are getting ready to go for game 2 here. Again, Ghostrick versus TG Assault Mode. Not a matchup you see every day. Ghostrick player looks like he opened up actually rather strong. Terraforming, Jiangshi, Scare. I think that's actually like close to one of the dream setups there. And he is going first. I don't know why the TG player would let him go first. Considering he's added in cards like Storming Mirror Force, which it looks like that's what he has in his hand. He's going to be able to add the Mansion. Looks like he's going to set the Jiangshi and set the Scare too, which is essentially going to lock out any of the plays that the TG player has. Moving into turn 2 here, excuse me. Because as long as you set those TGs, they can't be used for Link summons. Which essentially just scuffs the whole strategy of the TGs. We got to see the TG player go off last round, well, last game, excuse me here. But it didn't accumulate anything because he ran into a Drowning Mirror Force. So, see a handful of TG monsters and the Storming Mirror Force. We're going to see the normal summon of a level 2 TG, and that's going to resolve. It's going to be able to special summon the TG from his hand too, with, I believe, I don't know if that card gives an additional normal summon or not. I wish I knew what a lot of these cards do. Guys, I'm sorry. This is like the first time I've seen this deck. TG Wonder Magician, though. I do know what that card does. That card's very good. A card that people are looking forward to when Christian Nebo 5 gets released. Very good card. It's going to be able to pop that Mansion, which I don't know if that was the card I would have targeted necessarily. Well, I probably would have because you could just chain these Power Trap the Scare. Nevertheless, that TG Wonder Magician is going to resolve. Jiangxi's going to leave the field, and what is that? Ghostrick. Six players are discussing something here. Not going to be able to activate that Ghostrick break, I believe that was actually. A card, again, I have not seen played ever. I'm going to take a look at it. Yes, it looked like that was Ghostrick break, which is when exactly one face of Ghostrick monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard. Target 2 Ghostrick monsters in your graveyard with different names from the destroyed monster special summon them in face down defense position. He only has one, so he couldn't be able to activate the effect anyways. Nevertheless, that is an okay card too. Can be able to normal summon, or I'm assuming these are all special summons. Taking those TGs and putting them into the Halberd Cannon, or the big guy here. I just read him off before. Trident Launcher, that's a guy. Very good Yu-Gi-Oh card. Can be able to special summon 3 TGs, 1 from hand, deck, and graveyard. Bringing back that Wonder Magician, level 1 from deck. And level 4. Well, level 4 from deck, actually. I believe that level 1 was from his hand. Pulling back the Wonder Magician is not bad, though. Definitely a very good card. But now he's locked into TG Monsters' turn. Power Gladiator again. I believe that's the guy's name. I'll be able to tell you exactly what it is in a sec here. Power Gladiator. I guessed that one. That was good. And then we have Blade Blaster coming back again. I think he might learn his lesson this time and just keep the Blade Blaster on the field. Being able to negate spells, traps, pretty huge, but also being able to just bunny hop that like a wind-up rabbit out of the way. We see Ghostrick Lantern being revealed, which is going to negate this singular attack. Players discussing. Ghostrick Lantern gets set. He's going to be able to... I don't think that's what that card does. Going to reveal YuGiOh Frost. Jack Frost. Ghostrick card. That one I think actually saw some oddly enough play back in the day as a side deck choice. I forget against the deck. I think it was against Zodiac was the deck nonetheless that people would side this in. When opposing monster declares in a deck direct attack, you can change that monster to face down defense position. If you do, special summon this card in your hand from face down defense position. I don't know if that's correct when I say Zodiac format. I think it might have been when people would set it, and they could set their Zodiac so they couldn't just slap another Zodiac on top of them. If that's not correct, it was played in a certain format, though. The card was very powerful. See the Ghostrick player pass it back. We got a Blade Buster as well as the Halberd Cannon, though. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure. That Trident Launcher is not going to be able to do anything else on the field here. It just has a whole bunch of really good Link Summon effect, like when it's summoned. And also, the Synchro Monsters cannot be targeted by card effects. That's probably what the players were debating, whether or not Lantern targets the Blade Buster. Mary gets pitched when battle damage is dealt. She's going to be able to, I think, summon a Ghostrick from the deck and face down defense position. Which Ghostrick is that? That's one of the ones. I think it's Ghostrick Doll, I believe it is? Yeah, Ghostrick Doll. That's the card. Let's see what it does here. Once per turn, you can change it to face down defense position like all other Ghostricks. When this card is flipped face up, during the end phase, change as many monsters on the field to face down defense position. Then you can special summon one Ghostrick from your deck in face down position whose level is less than or equal to the number of monsters placed down by this effect. Doesn't look like it's sticking anyways, and we're going to be able to see that break activated now. Monster destroyed by a card effect. Looks like players discussing. He can't negate it with the Blade Buster, though, I think. Blade Blaster, excuse me. Oh, no, it does not target a card. It does target it. Okay, for some reason the break couldn't activate, which is weird. Either it was sent to the graveyard or it was not destroyed in any manner, which I think the card needs to be destroyed. Another Mary getting added to hand here. Or set, excuse me. I don't think any of the level 1s have any particular good effect when they're set. I think it's all the level 2s and ups has the stuff that you're going to be looking for. So that level 1 sitting there is going to be nothing but a chump blocker here. Could be souped up into a Link Karibo. Don't know if that's particularly that amazing. Might help him out of this situation. Put that Blade Blaster to 0 here, unless it targets. Another Mary getting summoned, which means Dullahan's going to be riding out again. You mean Kree? Ask what round? We are currently in round 1 tournament here. Dullahan's effect is going to activate. Detach. Maybe. Yes. detach. I wouldn't be surprised if both players never seen these decks before here. Constantly having to read the cards. Go into Angel Mischief. Going to be able to add a spell trap from deck to hand here. Presumably another mansion, because getting that card online is very important. Skeleton's going to get revealed. Slap that underneath, actually. Not necessarily working towards that alternate win condition, maybe just getting it out of his hand. And there's the mansion getting added to hand. It's going to get a strategy online here, be able to add... Oh, whoop. Yeah, it's going to get added to hand, maybe. Yeah, there it is. Going to be able to get a strategy online, start poking a little bit. Going to have all that other damage from the TDs there. For the people listening in the chat here, if you guys can let me know how I sound, if I sound A-okay, anything to make your viewing experience that much better, I am here for you. Going to see a scare added to hand. It's going to be kind of hard to resolve that scare, though. I actually don't think scare targets, which makes the card insane against that Blade Blaster, although he can just bunny hop it out of the way if he's smart. Let's check it out. Let's see here. Ghostrick scare. There it is. Scare reads. Target any number face down defense positions you control. Change them to face up defense. Count the number of Ghostricks. And if you do, change that many monsters your opponent controls face down. It does not target. So he's going to be able to flip. Oh, that Quaking Mirror Force. I don't know. I wasn't storming, actually. I think I said it was storming when he added it. Now I think that's an even worse choice. He's not going to be able to change those monsters' positions. Oh, wait, that's actually insane then now that I think about it. He's not going to be able to change those positions at all. So it's going to just sit in defense position. Which gives Xavier a clean ability to just attack directly. Poke, poke. I don't think Kevin's at full life points either. I think that's incorrect, guys. I'm sorry. I think he might have took a 3,300 hit here. Should leave him around 47. Pot of Dichotomy getting played. The very start of his turn, as it has to be. I haven't seen this card played in forever. Card actually played back in the way days when people played Hat. That was the tech card to play. Really great format. I didn't think I'd ever see that card again, but we see Pot of Dichotomy shuffling 3 back into the deck, different attributes, different types, as I believe that is what it is. And we're going to see 2 cards drawn, being able to replenish his hand. TG player checking out his graveyard here. Xavier wants to see what he can do. Perhaps he can find game in this puzzle. That Quaking Mirror Force was huge. Having Mansion up on the field, he's going to be able to do half damage, but it might be enough if he can put something else on the board here. That Blade Blaster's already 3,300. Have that. It's at 1,750. I believe if my math, that is not good math. That is not at all what it is at, I don't think. That's a pretty hefty amount, we'll say. 1,650 maybe. I think that's at 1,650. But it just gets passed back. Don't know if any damage was dealt. I didn't see any cards get moved for the battle phase here. We'll see a set. See presumably a pass. There's no cards in Kevin's hand. We do know he added a scare. That's all we know he has. If that is a Ghostrick monster, he can non-targeting set one of the cards. Again, the blade can just bunny hop it away. See banish of a monster to bunny hop it, like I said. Interesting point to bunny hop it. I don't know if there was particular reason to right now. Don't know what he's dodging. But we'll see if it leave the battlefield nonetheless. Maybe dodging another Quaking Mirror Force, although it could just bounce itself after the Quaking was activated, I believe. Which probably would have been a more appropriate time to do it. Players discussing. Card comes back in any zone. I don't know why you would put it over that zone, because TG Trident Launcher gets to make it untargeted by things if you put it in the proper zone. Now it is able to be targeted by stuff. So that's kind of spooky. Kind of want to be careful about that. I don't think particularly those other 3 zones were getting used for anything either. But now it is able to be targeted, which is very interesting. That might change the game a little bit. Players discussing about Quaking Mirror Force. Probably how that one Ghostrick Angel of Mischief can't be flipped up. Tragic. Didn't see a lot of extra deck monsters played from Kevin, though. Judges are on the scene, trying to figure out what's going on.
Can you mute it for a second?
Got confirmation on what those judges were talking about. It was definitely about the Quaking Mirror Force and how he cannot flip that Ghostrick Angel of Mischief up. As much as he wants to. Royal Decree comes up. That's the card that I was hoping he would side in. Very powerful card. It's going to be able to stop most anything there. It looked like that Storming Mirror Force was going to just shut him down again, but that's his way to dodge it. Handful of TGs there. I'm surprised I haven't seen anything summoned. Now might be the chance to go off, because no fear. Going to be able to add an Assault mode, activate from his deck to his hand with the level 1. I don't think there's any Assault modes he can summon at the moment. Draws into a monster. It looked like a Ghostrick Lantern, considering flipping the monster there. Don't know what. Can't flip the Mischief still. It's still just frozen there.
YuGiOh players, that is time in the round. Please end the match procedures. If you need help with this, please raise your hand.
That is currently time in the round 2. I don't think the live stream gets any additional time. Maybe an extra minute.
YuGiOh players.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to go tell them to stop because I don't think they know the time rules. All right, back. Okay, so it looks like they are in time limit. We're giving them an additional minute because I think it took them just a little bit longer to be able to set up. Ghostrick players at 50-50 actually did not have those life correct, but the TG player still at his 8,000, and it is his turn. I don't know why he's still playing it out because he's already won the duel. But yeah, that is going to be round one essentially. Looks like players are discussing. As long as he's up on life, Xavier will win this game. So I'll go check him out, see what they're doing here. Kevin's going to draw. He's got Mansion up, but he can't flip anything. I don't think he has anything power enough to be able to do anything. Looks like they're waiting for a judge here. I'm going to go check out what's going on, see if they need help. Yeah, as predicted, that game is finished. Kevin Lee lost. That is a draw, 1-1. That is game two. Xavier takes that game down with an 8,000 life point difference. Well, not necessarily 30, what is that, like 29.50. Nevertheless, he took the game down because of life points in time limit. That game took a long time. Ghostrick is just going to be able to draw it out super long. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with another round.